It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense, very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. 23 yards the pickup there. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
Number 1 rush defense in the league for a reason, and after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air. 2nd and 9 now. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
And I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And complete to Drake London. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They're going to look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Score Seahawks 10, Rams nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Russell. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Number 7. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They'll get 34 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
McPherson on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jamison Williams, 57 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Rams 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Number 11. It's a gain of 7.
They'll look to throw again.
3 at the 38-yard line.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
23, Rams 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
carry.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
The score, Seahawks 23, Rams 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. They'll set up to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a
touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now stands at 13. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Alexander. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste it.
He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the card. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On play action, they'll throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Alexander. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 42. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's a handoff. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
For the extra point.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
38. Rams 24.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
A good pickup there, a 22. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran
It's the
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 17 carries, 75 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Browns.
11. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and 11 now, Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 16-yard line.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Draw play to the running back.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Rams at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week, they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss, and they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is the tight end Fant. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. looking to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
At the 3-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Browns' drive about to get started.
A last series form, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, first and 10.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He connected on all 5 of his throws on that opening drive and finished it with a touchdown pass as they begin here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Fant.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Burrow. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Burrow looking to pass. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow on the slant, completes to Sutton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now it's Burrow.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Again, it's Burrow. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Jahan Dotson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Browns 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Fant.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
21 yards there, a big play on fourth down.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Russell.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The kick is
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
round 7. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 31, Burrow. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Elijah Mitchell. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Browns.
12, 12, 12. 11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
He was brought down by
6 yards left on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now it's Burrow.
At the
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Holding offense.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit.
On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Rams to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that loss week at the hands of Seattle. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. McMillan, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now back to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Complete to Chris Godwin. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Browns.
On 1, ready? Get this thing started, baby. Come on, baby. Get low.
From midfield now, Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On 1st down, McMillan. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a solid run down inside the 30.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Rams! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Browns 10. Evan McPherson sets
After the
it
touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield.
Hey, we gotta go score.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A final shot now for Burrow.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They
McPherson set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. On 1st and 10, Page. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Page. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Holding offense.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
Still 2nd down.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain
A
on the
nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Page. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Up the middle they go. McMillan, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense takes back over. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 4 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
And the Cardinals
This
first
offense
down.
finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Operating from the gun. Page. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Rams' 31-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
They find some open field here.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
18-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Cardinals 7.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands
Still
got
second
caught
down.
in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He finds his man complete. It's Alexander. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And the Rams did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
For a Rams
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
12 more yards there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
A final shot before break. Page. Throwing right, and that's complete. So we have come to halftime, and what's already a 2-touchdown.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here are the Rams to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It's a gain of 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 2. Completes it to Fant on the right side.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And
he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from the 20.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Rams 28, Cardinals 7. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Out to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Page.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 7 and a Cardinal first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Down inside the 40. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Page. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, Two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
38-yard line.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The kick
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Cardinals 7. Evan McPherson sets
After the
kick off.
touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Page. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Back to throw, Page.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Rams.
Off the play fake, Page. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
He was defended by Lewis Seen.
Looking to throw. Page. Flushed out right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now they try the right side here. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. McMillan. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A throw over the middle, taken in.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Page. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw again. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now the...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that one, an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams